In this video, we delve into a selection of strategic frameworks and tools designed for internal company analysis, exploring their applications and benefits. In internal company analysis, the focus is on evaluating a company's internal environment, including its resources, capabilities, operations, and culture. This evaluation helps in identifying strengths and weaknesses, assessing core competencies, and determining competitive advantage. We will look at 7 different frameworks that can be specifically used for internal analysis in strategic management: SWOT analysis, value chain analysis, value configuration analysis, VRIO analysis, core competencies, the Balanced Scorecard, and benchmarking. This selection represents a curated overview, highlighting a range of options rather than an exhaustive inventory. The first framework we will look at is SWOT analysis. SWOT is an acronym which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. The history and origins of SWOT can be traced back to the 1960s. It is, however, still among the most widely used management tools worldwide. Although SWOT analysis is used for both internal and external analysis, the strengths and weaknesses components, SW, are specifically focused on the internal aspects of a company. This includes evaluating the company's resources, processes, and capabilities to identify what it does well, that is strengths, and areas where it may be lacking, that is weaknesses. Another useful framework is value chain analysis, which was introduced by Michael Porter during the 1980s. This framework helps in understanding the internal activities through which a firm creates value. It breaks down the company into its strategically relevant activities, primary and support activities, to understand the cost behavior and identify the sources of differentiation. By analyzing these activities, companies can identify areas for improvement, reduce costs, and increase differentiation. Value configuration analysis was introduced by Stabel and Fjeldstad during the 1990s. This framework complements the traditional value chain analysis by recognizing that companies create value in different ways. It broadens the perspective beyond linear value chains to include alternative configurations such as value shops and value networks. Value chains focus on companies that create value by transforming raw materials into finished products through a linear series of steps. This model is typical for manufacturing industries. Value shops center on firms that create value by solving specific problems or addressing specific needs for customers. This model is prevalent in service industries, consulting firms, and businesses where the focus is on customization and problem solving. Finally, value networks relate to companies that create value by facilitating connections between different users or groups. This model is common in telecommunications, platforms, and network-based businesses, where the emphasis is on facilitating interactions and transactions. Value configuration analysis helps identify the primary way a company creates value and guides strategic thinking about how to optimize and innovate within its value configuration for competitive advantage. VRIO analysis was introduced by Jay Barney during the early 1990s. It is a widely used framework that is instrumental in assessing a company's internal resources and capabilities to determine if they confer a sustainable competitive advantage. It evaluates resources based on 4 criteria: value, rarity, imitability, and organization. Resources and capabilities that meet all 4 criteria can provide a sustained competitive advantage, while those that do not may be areas of weakness. Core competencies is a concept introduced by C.K. Prahalad and Gary Hamel in 1990. It focuses on identifying a company's fundamental strengths and unique abilities that allow it to achieve competitive advantage. Core competencies are what a company does best, distinguishing it from competitors and providing value to customers. Identifying and developing core competencies can help a company focus on its strengths and effectively allocate resources. The Balanced Scorecard was introduced by Robert Kaplan and David Norton in a Harvard Business Review article in 1992. While it's a broader framework for performance measurement, the Balanced Scorecard also facilitates internal analysis by including perspectives such as internal business processes and learning and growth. It helps organizations to translate their vision and strategy into operational objectives that reflect the internal processes and capacity for innovation and improvement. Benchmarking is a very old practice, but the modern version of benchmarking was popularized by the Xerox Corporation during the 1970s. Benchmarking is a process of comparing a company's internal processes and performance metrics to industry bests or best practices from other companies. By identifying areas where other companies excel, a company can uncover its own weaknesses and opportunities for improvement. These 7 frameworks are valuable tools for conducting an in-depth internal analysis. They help in understanding different aspects of a company's operational efficiency, strategic capabilities, and potential areas for improvement, ultimately guiding strategic decision-making and resource allocation to enhance competitive advantage. Before you head out, if you found value in today's video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm Dr. Dag Madsen, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic or what you'd like to explore next. Just drop a comment below. Wishing you a great day ahead.